T.I. and Tiny is embroiled in a lawsuit, similarly to the same lawsuits that was filed over in New York and LA. And they are accused of drugging and raping a woman in a new lawsuit. The couple denied that they assaulted the Air Force veteran in a Los Angeles hotel room in 2005. Ari says, you get me through my day. I work from home, and sometimes these folks be taking it there. I got you, baby. We gonna get there. So in 2005, an Air Force veteran woman in Los Angeles said that they was in a hotel room and that T.I. and Tiny assaulted her, or they're accusing them of drugging and raping the woman. All right, let me break it down a little bit more. According to reports, the Grammy-winning rapper T.I. and his wife, Escape member Tiny, have been accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit filed by an anonymous woman in Los Angeles. According to the complaint, filed Tuesday in Los Angeles Superior Court and reviewed by different publications, the plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, claims that T.I. and Tiny, whose real name is Clifford and Tamika Harris, drugged and raped her in a hotel room in 2005. She also alleges that the couple may have victimized other women. Sound like a Me Too movement coming. Doe's complaint says she was in her early 20s at the time of the alleged incident. Again, this is 2005, and we in 2024. So she probably in her 40s now. And that she was stationed in LA as a member of the U.S. Air Force. She claims that Tiny gave her a drink at a club, and shortly after, she accompanied the couple to a hotel room with two other unknown women. Doe alleges that T.I. and Tiny sexually assaulted her while she was dizzy and lightheaded. Before she lost consciousness, she says she suspects that the couple engaged in similar behavior with other women. T.I. 43 and Tiny 48 denied the allegations in a statement provided to the publications by an attorney, saying that this plaintiff has been threatening to file this lawsuit for 3 years. For 3 years, we have emphatically and categorically denied these allegations. For 3 years, we have maintained our innocence and refused to pay these extortionate demands. They saying they being extorted, and I believe them. And I'm not even necessarily a fan of T.I. like that. I love his music. Don't necessarily love what he represented, especially from a political perspective, but we able to separate the two. And he's saying that for 3 years, this person has been trying to get some money out of them and extort them. And we've maintained the same position while the claims of this story have changed from time and time again. Our position is clear. We're innocent of these fake claims. We will not be shaken down, and we look forward to our day in court. Doe's complaint alleges that T.I. and Tiny have an infamous reputation for drugging, kidnapping, falsely imprisoning, raping, and assaulting women and forcing them to engage in sexual acts with the couple for their own sexual gratification. Citing a 2021 New York Times article wherein multiple individuals, including Jane Doe, accused the couple of assault. The accusers also enlisted a lawyer at the time to request criminal inquiries from law enforcement. Los Angeles prosecutors previously declined to pursue charges against T.I. and Tiny in the alleged incident with Doe, citing the statute of limitations. Doe's complaint Tuesday was filed on the California Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, which extended the statute of limitations for sexual abuse claims. So basically, T.I. and Tiny is saying that they're trying to extort him. This woman is trying to make sure that she get the bag from him. And it's been almost 19 years, and she's still becoming a pest. And let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson to the people. Keep people out of your bedroom. Keep people out of your business. And you got to have a level of discipline so that you don't find yourself, just because you got off in the hotel room, don't necessarily mean that it's not going to come back to bite you from somebody that even consented from doing things with you. It just ain't worth it. You can stay out of it. You don't have to be bothered with it. And then you can keep it moving. In other news, Big Head Sharpton, and I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Shout out to Mike Jones and ABJs. Big Head Sharpton is protesting offices, diversity, equity, and inclusion, including pressures to force Claudine Gay from Harvard, the previous Harvard president, from resigning from her position. Take a look.
working with the team.
I can't hear you. What do we do? Stand up and fight back. When DEI is under attack, what do we do? Stand up and fight back. What do we do? Stand up and fight back. No justice.
These people can't even get on one accord with what it is that they chant. They can't even stay on beat with the chant. What do? We stand up, standing up and fighting at the back.
No peace. Not have to have DEI. If we didn't have DEI, we would deny. DEI was to make up for the denial historically.
So basically, they're leveraging claims of diversity, equity, and inclusion to protest the firing of Claudine Gay, or actually the resignation. Let me not say firing. The protesting of the resignation of Claudine Gay based off of what she said to Congress and plagiarism accusations. And they're trying to say it's a diversity, equity, and inclusion problem that got her released and that she should have kept her position. Not because she should be standing on business as far as what she represented, but because she's black. Now, I've taken a controversial position in this and that I don't know whether she plagiarized or not, but the reason why they went after her had nothing to do with the plagiarism, but then they were uncovering different things from her past in order to get her to resign. But in no way, shape, or form am I ever going to lean on the whole black argument, because there was also a white woman that resigned from a completely different college, also that's not getting all of the visibility as the black woman. And so this is not a diversity, equity, and inclusion position. All you see out there protesting is geezers. And please just go home. Go home. We don't need anything else from y'all. We don't need no protesting. We don't need y'all walking the line. I know y'all knees hurt, hip replacement, knee replacements. Big Head Sharpton is out there. Used to be allegedly there's stories out there that says that he used to be one of the biggest gangsters out here in these streets. But yet apparently he turned his life around, put Reverend before his name, and now he's still out there wreaking havoc. Get on out there. We don't need y'all no more. Thank y'all for the super chats. I'm going to read that shortly. And then last but not least, TGI Fridays. Did y'all know that my first official date, the first time that we actually went out officially before we got married to my wife, was at TGI Fridays? They're closing 36 locations.
And now the details. A popular nationwide restaurant has announced it's closing the doors to dozens of its locations. TGI Fridays abruptly shut down the restaurants with little notice to customers and employees. Several of those locations are in our area. Action News reporter Eliana Gomez has details tonight from Marlton.
We found a sign at the entrance notifying customers that this location is closed. This is the Marlton location. It's one of 7 in the state of New Jersey closing its doors. There's also a location in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. In an abrupt business move, TGI Fridays is closing 36 of its restaurants, most of them in New Jersey. At the Marlton location on Route 73, we found a U-Haul parked outside and saw workers bringing old chairs and tables inside. When we asked the restaurant manager about the closure, they had no comment.
The economy is affecting all the restaurants, and that's why probably
the restaurant chain says these 36 locations were underperforming, and this move to close them is in an effort to focus their efforts on the 200-plus restaurants still in operation. Friday's U.S. president and COO released this statement saying, quote, "By strengthening our franchise model and closing underperforming stores, we are creating an unprecedented opportunity for Fridays to drive forward its vision for the future."
Why is everybody cooking in their houses or getting meal kits? Is that why they don't want Fridays anymore? I think you still should go out and have a good time.
Corporate executives had recently made menu changes to attract customers and keep up with competing chains. One customer we spoke with stopped going to Fridays because she says the quality of the food had gone down.
The last time I was there, their food wasn't that great. It had really gone downhill, I think. So we used to go there. We used to go to the movies, and then that would be a treat to go to the movies and then to go eat at Fridays right after that. But we really stopped.
There are a couple other Friday locations nearby, one in Cherry Hill and one in Burlington. They are not closing their doors, and right now there's no word yet on what's going to happen with the empty locations.
So Fridays is closing 36 locations. Some of the Fridays that I've driven by on the street during times where it seems like they should have been busy, it seemed like it was lackluster. I still have a love for Jack Daniels strips. I don't even know if they still sell Jack Daniels strips. I don't even know if they still using the name Jack Daniels because I think that it was a trademark name that they didn't renew the license for. But I think that people have more options. It's very difficult to survive in a restaurant business. You got to continue to invest in yourself, reinvent yourself. A lot of people are now leveraging influencers in order to bring visibility into their restaurants. Chains is not the thing. Chicks don't even want to go over to the Cheesecake Factory no more. We went over to Fridays on our first official outing. Didn't cost a lot of money, right? Can't even take a chick to Fridays no more and she be okay with it. Now it's not good enough. We got to take y'all to Roof Chris and Benny Han. Interesting. No Chili's, no Applebee's, no Fridays, none of that no more, huh? Burger King and McDonald's is out of the question. Listen, I'm just thankful that I came up in the time that I came up because it was different. We had a good time. We had it for cheap, and people was just happy to hang out and be together. Now, everything is just based off of moolah. How much money you make, how much bag you got, what's your career options, what's your credit score. We used to just have a good time. It wasn't even about that. Nobody really was caring or checking for whether or not was somebody else's. Just my memory. Maybe I got revisionist history. Nobody cared about what nobody's bag was when I was coming up. We just wanted to go and have a good time. If it was a good time, we was going to be there. It didn't matter if we was going fishing, if we was going to the park, we was going on a picnic, if we was spending money. We used to go and take trips to Cedar Point. We just had a good time. Nobody cared about anything. And then eventually everybody grew together, grew up, and then they started getting money together. I mean, you go through a time where you got it or you think that you got it, money that you thought that you had, it ain't even money compared to what you make in a day, and people just figured it out. We just wanted to have a good time. Now, everything is just so convoluted, and everybody talking about getting some bags and stuff, and everybody living paycheck to paycheck. Debt is out of control. People trying to prove stuff to other people. What happened to just having a good time? Now you got to go out, get you some Louis Vuitton. Man, listen, my boots don't even look like they cost nothing, but my boots cost $900. I don't even say nothing. I got on my boots, these boots right here. I buy stuff because I like them. These rain boots that I use as work boots, because I don't like Timbs anymore. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't like actual, you know what I'm saying, strings on my stuff. I don't like tying my stuff up. But my little Burberry boots, I got the black ones and I got the brown ones. These cost $900, but you would never know that these boots cost as much as they cost because it's not about the cost. It's about what makes you feel good. When I seen them, I liked them. I didn't check for the price. I just bought them. And so it's about what makes you feel good. It's not about the price. Your budget will increase and the amount that you pay for your stuff, depending on what your circumstance is, will change. It's going to change. It's going to evolve. It's just going to change naturally, but you grow. You evolve. But you don't want to start off based off of, oh man, he got to be making this or he got to be dressing in that. Man, I'll be looking regular as hell and you don't even know. My t-shirt might cost $1,000. It may cost $15. My boots may cost $1,000 or it may cost $40. My jeans is Levi's, but you can't tell. My jeans cost $75 a piece. I do what I want, but I don't do it in order to impress you. I do it because my hat was sent to me for free. My Rolex may cost $50,000 or I may have on an Apple Watch. It just depends on what I like. But everybody's so caught up in the hype, caught up in impressing people instead of just having a good time. So caught up in the hype, man. Just learn to like people and then you might get you a big fish. You might get you somebody that actually care for you. But fellas, even when y'all got money, stop telling these people that y'all got money. Stop telling these people that y'all got money. Lead with your personality and see if they with you for the right reasons, not for whether or not you can get a bag with them. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know me, I go off on a tangent. That's your quick hits, ladies and gentlemen.